Chosen one, hear this clearly. Heaven is not asking if you're ready. It's calling you to move now. This is the final offer, and it won't come again. The moment you are in right now is not ordinary. It is sacred, rare, and divinely orchestrated. This is not a message created by man, repeated for effect, or designed to inspire temporarily. This is a voice from the throne of God, a divine summons to step fully into what you were created to become. The tension you feel in your heart, the restlessness in your soul, the sense that something important is pressing against your spirit. These are not coincidences. They are signals from heaven itself. Rarely does life present an opportunity like this, where preparation, destiny, and divine timing intersect perfectly. Every discomfort you've endured, every restless night, every whisper of clarity was preparation for this moment. Heaven has been moving behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and preparing your spirit so that when this call arrives, you would recognize it immediately. You are not being pressured, you are being positioned. The angels are standing ready, the universe is pausing in anticipation, and all that has been deferred or delayed is now within reach, but only if you respond. This moment is unique, sacred, and urgent. Do not mistake its quietness for delay, its subtlety for insignificance. The final offer is here. The call is clear. Heaven is waiting, and the time for hesitation has passed. You have been prepared for this moment in ways you may not have noticed. Every sleepless night, every whisper of clarity, every pull in your spirit has been heaven's subtle hand guiding you toward readiness. Emotional pressure, spiritual tension, and moments of discomfort were not punishments. They were prophetic markers, signs that you were being refined for what is coming. Seasons of isolation, pruning, and silence have been the tools of preparation, designed to strip away distraction, false dependence, and anything that could hinder your breakthrough. The moments you wondered whether you had been forgotten, overlooked, or left behind, those were not signs of abandonment. They were proof that heaven was shaping you in private, preparing your spirit, and building strength so that when the final offer arrived, you could receive it fully and without hesitation. Every past delay, every unanswered prayer, every closed door now takes on meaning as divine training. You are being positioned quietly in the shadows to emerge fully aligned and ready to embrace your destiny. The pressure you feel, the restlessness you carry, the longings that have been ignored by others, these are confirmations. The preparation is complete. The time for stepping forward is now. When heaven says, last offer, it is not closing the door on grace, love, or mercy. It is closing the door on delay, distraction, and cycles that have prevented you from stepping fully into destiny. This is a divine reset, a sacred alignment, and an invitation to commitment, not perfection. God honors your free will, and He will not force obedience, but timing in the Spirit is sacred. Hesitation will cost acceleration, while action will unlock alignment. The last offer is a final call to decision. The cycles that distracted you, the doors that seemed closed, the delays that frustrated you, all are being sealed off to make room for a new season. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have every detail in place. You need only to respond. Heaven has been patient, whispering, preparing, and guiding. But the time for movement is now. This is not punishment, it is promotion. This is the sacred moment where your faith meets opportunity, where your obedience intersects with promise, and where heaven moves in alignment with your yes. Chosen one, this is not about earning favor. It is about stepping into what has already been prepared, timed, and positioned for you. This offer is not about money, fame, recognition, or human approval. It is not about what others will see, say, or validate. It is about divine partnership, alignment, and stepping fully into your truest version of yourself. The moment you say yes, provision, authority, favor, and influence will flow as byproducts. But the core of the offer is spiritual alignment, destiny activation, and obedience. This is a permanent pivot into a life designed for purpose, not for popularity, for destiny, not for delay, for obedience, not for overthinking. Saying yes now is saying yes to courage over comfort, faith over fear, and action over hesitation. It is stepping fully into the identity that has been shaped and refined by heaven. The old limitations, the doubts, the insecurities, these cannot cross over with you. The offer calls for wholehearted response, full engagement, and unwavering trust in what has already been prepared. Chosen one, what you are being invited into is sacred, supernatural, and transformative. Provision will follow purpose, authority will follow alignment, and favor will accompany obedience. This is your opportunity to unlock the next season of your life. Step fully into your divine assignment and embrace the person heaven has been preparing in secrecy for this exact moment. Chosen one, heaven sees everything you have endured, every moment of waiting, every season of watching others advance while you remain still, every tear that fell in secret. It has all been noticed. The pain, the isolation, the feeling of being overlooked, ignored, or delayed. These were not rejections, nor signs of failure. They were polishing, refining, and preparing you for what is now within reach. Every act of hidden obedience, every prayer whispered when no one was listening, every moment of quiet faithfulness, these have been recorded in heaven and will now be rewarded. You have not missed your opportunity. The years of watching doors open for others were not a sign that you were left behind. They were training for discernment, patience, and inner strength. The invisible weight you carried was building endurance, courage, and wisdom for the exact season you are entering. This is validation. You were always on track, even when it didn't feel like it. Heaven was preparing you in silence, ensuring that when the offer arrived, you would receive it fully, without hesitation or distraction. Now the time has come to recognize that you have been standing in readiness all along. Your faith has been proven, your character refined, and your heart aligned. The journey was never wasted, it was intentional. Every tear, every struggle, every moment of longing was a rehearsal for your breakthrough. Chosen one, you are positioned, prepared, and ready. The offer before you is not coming again in this form, and heaven is waiting for your yes to release the blessings, authority, and favor already prepared for your obedience. Heaven is not asking for perfection, it is asking for permission. Chosen one, every step you have taken, every seed you have sown, every prayer you have uttered has led to this decision point. The question is simple. Will you give God permission to elevate you? Obedience matters more than understanding. You do not need to know every detail, see the full blueprint, or understand how every piece will align. The miracle, the breakthrough, and the shift are already written. They are already authorized in the spiritual realm. What is required is your willingness to step forward, to say yes, and to act in faith. Heaven will not override hesitation, but it will honor your courage. The seeds planted long ago, sometimes forgotten or overlooked, are ready to bear fruit, but they will not sprout in your hands until you give permission for the harvest to come forth. Timing is critical. The spiritual alignment, the doors, The opportunities and the divine appointments have converged for this exact moment. Delay will cost momentum. Hesitation will cost acceleration. The chosen one does not wait for perfection. They move in faith and trust the one who has already prepared the way. The offer is a sacred contract between your willingness and heaven's readiness. Say yes with your spirit, your mind, and your actions. Give permission and watch how the universe, angels, and favor move to bring the invisible into visible manifestation. Every choice carries weight. Obedience now will lead to acceleration, alignment, and favor, while delay will not destroy your destiny, but will postpone it. Timing is spiritual currency, and hesitation costs more than you realize. This offer has a shelf life. It will not return in the same alignment, with the same clarity, or with the same readiness of heaven's orchestration. Choosing to act signals alignment with divine timing and unlocks blessings prepared specifically for this moment. Delay, however, allows cycles of distraction, doubt, and opposition to regain influence, and the momentum of breakthrough will pause until you move. This is not punishment, it is design. Heaven cannot move fully on your behalf until you participate. The difference between obedience and delay is like the difference between catching a wave and being left on the shore. The wave carries supernatural speed, opportunity, and reward, but it requires that you step in. The moment is precious. It is rare, sacred, and time-sensitive. Chosen one, do not underestimate the cost of hesitation. The same offer may return in another form, but it will not be identical. Your yes now activates acceleration that delay cannot replicate. Your movement will unlock doors, connections, provision, and influence that have been waiting for your consent. This is the tipping point. The decision is yours, and heaven will honor it. Will you respond, or will you allow delay to continue the cycle? The version of you that doubted, feared, sought validation, or hesitated cannot cross over into this new season. The old self belongs to the past, and heaven will not carry what is not aligned with your next level. To step fully into the divine offer, you must release fear, overthinking, and the need for approval. Boldness, faith, and confidence are required. The old identity served a purpose, teaching lessons, enduring trials, and developing resilience. But it cannot carry you into authority. Transition requires letting go of comfort zones, familiar but limiting thought patterns, and the tendencies that kept you surviving rather than thriving. This is a sacred separation, a spiritual shedding that enables you to enter the fullness of your calling. Your new season demands courage over hesitation, obedience over fear, and faith over doubt. The moment you say yes, the old self fades, and the version of you that is fully aligned with destiny emerges. Chosen one, this is your invitation to embrace your true identity, to release limitation, and to step into authority that has been waiting for you. The divine offer requires this separation. It is the necessary passage from survival into supernatural leadership and fulfillment. Your yes signals the departure from old patterns and the full entrance into the promise prepared for you. The confusion, pressure, and opposition you feel are not signs that you are failing. They are confirmation that you are nearing breakthrough. Spiritual warfare intensifies as you approach destiny because the forces of darkness recognize that your yes threatens their influence. Resistance is proof that the offer is real, that it carries significance, and that you are on the verge of supernatural activation. Do not focus on the opposition or let fear of struggle hold you back. Instead, Keep your eyes on what is coming, not what is resisting. Every pushback is evidence that heaven is moving in alignment with your obedience. Divine compensation has already been prepared for you, and the forces opposing you will ultimately confirm the power of your breakthrough. Chosen one, remain steadfast. Pressure is not punishment. It is preparation and confirmation. Every obstacle, every distraction, every unexpected challenge is evidence that you are on the correct path. Focus on your yes, not on the resistance. Step forward with faith, courage, and determination, and watch as the spiritual realm shifts to open doors, provide favor, and release authority. This is your signal that the offer is real and powerful. Your response now determines how swiftly heaven's plan manifests in your life. Chosen one, the offer before you is not small, and it is not limited to personal gain. It carries with it legacy, influence, and a generational impact that extends far beyond your immediate life. What you do in response to this call affects not only you, but those tied to your obedience, your family, your community, and those who will be inspired by your alignment. Heaven has assigned responsibility alongside promise. Your yes will create ripples that change the trajectory of countless lives, awakening potential, releasing resources, and unlocking opportunities for others who are waiting on your activation. This calling is larger than fame, wealth, or recognition. It is about spiritual authority, leadership, and fulfilling the purpose for which you were uniquely designed. Your obedience is a signal to heaven and a standard for those around you. The influence of your yes will stretch across generations, planting seeds of faith, courage, and divine favor in ways you cannot yet see. Chosen one, this is why the offer is sacred and rare. It is a strategic part of heaven's larger plan. To embrace it is to step into a responsibility that matches your destiny. This is not about personal ambition. It is about aligning fully with divine orchestration and understanding that your movement impacts more than just your own life. When you respond, the promise expands into spheres you never imagined, proving that obedience multiplies, influence spreads, and legacy is born through faithful alignment. Understand that heaven does not always provide a full blueprint, and this is intentional. What you are given are instructions, not full explanations, because faith requires movement before clarity. You cannot wait for every detail to be visible before stepping into obedience, for the miracle, the breakthrough, and the favor are unlocked through action. Courage is defined not by the absence of fear, but by movement despite it. You must take the step even when the net is invisible, even when the path seems uncertain, because divine timing ensures the net will appear at the precise moment it is needed. Instructions from heaven are precise, and they are sufficient. Your obedience activates them. Waiting for understanding before action is a delay tactic that limits acceleration. The leap of faith is where heaven intersects with earth. Chosen one, the moment is now for movement guided by instructions, not full understanding. The full plan will unfold as you act, but only action can release the hidden favor, authority, and alignment prepared for you. This is why hesitation costs momentum. The net of provision and opportunity is already prepared, but it requires your step of faith to activate. The instructions are clear: move, act, obey, trust, and yes. Your yes will produce supernatural acceleration. This is your call to act now. Heaven has been sending nudges, impressions, and confirmations that have lingered in your spirit for too long. Today is not someday. Today is the moment to start, leave, sign, build, move, launch, and activate the vision that has been burning inside your soul. The nudges, ideas, and inspirations you've ignored are not coincidental. They are signals from heaven, urging movement. Every delay has been costly. Every hesitation has stalled momentum. And every one-day moment has been a test of your readiness. The shelf life of this offer is real. Heaven has prepared the environment, aligned circumstances, and positioned people to accelerate your response, but the action must come from you. This is practical obedience, writing the vision, taking the first step, releasing old patterns, and trusting the guidance that has been given. Today is the day to act. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now. The doors are open, the provision is available, and the favor is at hand. All that is required is that you move. Chosen one, this is your activation point, where faith meets movement and obedience releases supernatural results. Act boldly, decisively, and immediately, and watch as the invisible becomes visible. Heaven does not operate in indecision. The final offer will not linger indefinitely. It will return to heaven if ignored, and the opportunity will no longer be presented in the same form. This is a perfect balance of mercy and precision. God's patience has been evident in the waiting, the refining, and the preparation. But His timing is exact, and He does not delay beyond the appointed hour. The moment is now, aligned perfectly for your fulfillment. The weight of this opportunity is heavy, not to pressure you, but to signify its importance. Ignoring it risks postponement, not destruction, but the delay can cost years of momentum, favor, and acceleration. Heaven is extending one last invitation in this form, with clarity, timing, and alignment that will not recur. Your yes will open doors that have been prepared for you since the beginning of your season. Your hesitation will allow cycles of delay to persist. Chosen one, this is a warning wrapped in mercy. The divine threshold is here, and it is sacred. Step boldly, decisively, and with confidence, and let the final offer become your breakthrough. Yes is the key. One word, one act of obedience unlocks everything heaven has prepared. Yes breaks cycles of delay, activates acceleration, silences doubt, and signals alignment with destiny. It is the declaration that heaven has been waiting to hear. Yes opens doors, releases provision, and activates favor that has been withheld until now. Chosen one, this is your moment to say yes in spirit, mind, and action. Do not hesitate. Do not overthink. Do not allow the familiar voice of fear or doubt to distract you. Your yes is a signal to the spiritual realm that you are ready to move, that you are aligned with your purpose, and that you are claiming what has been prepared for you. This yes is not passive. It is active, bold, and transformative. The moment you speak it, the atmosphere shifts, the enemy loses grip, and the supernatural begins to move in alignment with your obedience. Yes is the action that activates destiny. Say it, act on it, live it, and watch as everything heaven has prepared begins to manifest with speed, favor, and authority. Chosen one, you are not late. What appeared as delay was divine design. Heaven has been aligning, preparing, and positioning you for this exact moment. The atmosphere is already shifting. The window is open. The opportunity is real. Your past, your doubts, and your waiting were not wasted. They were preparation. This is your turning point. You are standing at the edge of a new season, a new level, and a new manifestation of your destiny. Every act of obedience, every whisper of faith, every step of courage has led to this alignment. The final offer is before you. Say yes fully, boldly, and immediately. Your yes is the signal that opens the floodgates, releases favor, and activates acceleration. The timing is perfect. The angels are on assignment. The door is open. All that is required is your response. You are never too late, never too broken, and never too delayed. This is your time. Your yes will confirm it, your faith will activate it, and your obedience will release it. Step into it now, chosen one, and receive the fullness of what heaven has prepared. This is your moment. This is your breakthrough. This is your destiny.